So like I said, I could go on and on about the red cap of death and the red scarlet hair, or the Babylonian whore, the scarlet woman. Thus we have poison ivy, the goddess with the red hair. So the black moon of death is the black moon of Lilith, and it is known through history that she was the goddess with the red hair, which is why they show the evil goddess of Eve with red hair also. So like I said before, Mary is named after the red planet Mars, thus Bloody Mary. And of course, if you look through history, you'll notice that they portray her with the red hair, the Virgin Mary, the red Bloody Mary, which is why Mary had a little lamb and she has red hair. And it's interesting to note that Eve is the companion of Adam. And Adam actually means red. It comes from the Hebrew Adam, which means the red, thus the red dirt or the red earth that Adam and Eve came from. And of course, the red symbolism is also carried on in the tree of life through the red apple. And it's funny that Esau is also the Edomite, which of course the black Hebrew Israelites say is the white devil, or more specifically, the red devil. Which is actually funny because we all supposedly came from Adam, according to the Bible, which is Adam, which means the red earth, which is why the Levant in the Middle East is red. And thus, black people are actually not black, they're actually red. The Edom, they are Edomites from the red earth. And of course, when a human or an animal's blood is spilled and gets in contact with oxygen, it turns red. And by the way, did you know that red on the visible light spectrum is 666? And of course, 666 represents the beast or the devil or Satan, which of course is a bull. Thus, this is the reason they want you to drink the blood of the bull or the red bull. And of course, this is exactly why the Bible God, El, the bull god, tells you to drink the blood of the bull god's son, which is Jesus. Since red is the color of blood, it represents the color of sacrifice, which is exactly why Satanists always use the color of red. And in the book of Revelations, which of course is about the red sun, it talks about the beast and the whore of Babylon who was clothed in purple and scarlet red. And of course, the whore of Babylon is popular with the mystery Babylonian religions, Thelema, Aleister Crowley, and many others. And of course, the whore of Babylon is the very foundation of Europa, or Europe. Thus, the very colors of the purple and the scarlet red, which comes from ancient Cana Phoenicia and, of course, the ancient Phoenician whore. So this is why, no matter where you go across the world, when you go to a red light district, you'll notice that it'll always be scarlet red and purple. And in case you don't know what a red light district is, it's a place where you can find some sexy, nasty whores. And it's the same exact story when you go to a strip club or a gentleman's club. You're always going to find the colors of scarlet, red, and purple, because that's where you will find a sexy, nasty whore. Now tell me, can you handle this? I preach this evangelist. My pussy's like a cannabis. So, like I said, this is why in Satanism and in witchcraft in general, you will find the scarlet color of red and purple. So that's why in satanic witchcraft, you will often find that the witch has the color of the scarlet, red, or purple hair. And of course, witchcraft is about the goddess, which is exactly why you'll find the satanic, witchy whore who has the red or purple hair. And this is why in the satanic Illuminati world of Hollywood, you will find the whores who have the scarlet red and purple hair. So like I said, just take a look around you. Take a look at the Hollywood movies, the Hollywood music industry, the music videos. Just look around, look at the cartoons, look at the animations and the Hollywood productions, and you'll always find that the star of the film or the evil one of the film will most likely always have the sacred scarlet red hair or purple hair. I always point this out to my kids when we're watching films. I'll tell them, "Did you notice that she has the red hair?" And they're like, "Oh my God, you're right." And believe me, it's not only the red-haired witched female, it's also the red-haired male. So believe me, the female is not the only one that can be portrayed as the red-haired witch or the goddess female of the whore, because anybody can be whored out. A whore is one who is paid for a service. And believe me, these actors and fools are being used and led by the Illuminati like the Pied Piper. So when you see James Holmes, who is the red-capped killer, clothed in scarlet, red, and purple, you can bet your ass that it is pure Illuminati symbolism, and he's being used exactly like the Slayer Chucky, an Illuminati puppet created for mind control and chaos. Believe me, the rabbit hole goes deeper than you could ever imagine. Believe me, reality is stranger than fiction. And by the way, I can't talk about the color red, Satanism, the bloodlines, and witchcraft without talking about the world elite family known as the Rothschild family, which of course, if you've watched my videos in the past, means the red child of sacrifice. So believe me when I tell you that the Illuminati always use a patsy, a lone gunman, and a scapegoat to get you away from the truth, to make you think that some person has just gone crazy and trying to take your guns away from you, when the truth is much deeper. They are using these situations to change your perception. I mean, you really think that a man from a cave can take down the world's most powerful country in the world? So do a little research and you'll find that most often these so-called killers or lone gunmen have a connection to the military, or their family is involved in the military or some government agency. You see, all of these things are planned in advance. For example, Batman: The Dark Knight Returns in 1986. There was a gunman who goes to a movie theater and shoots and kills people. So, like I said, it was planned long ago, and that's exactly why this red-capped killer has red hair, exactly like the Slayer killer from Aurora, Colorado. So now let's get into mind control. So I'm sure most of you have already heard of the MK Ultra mind control project, which was conducted by the CIA and other intelligence agencies, where they unwittingly conducted experiments on US citizens and military personnel. And by the way, I'm not making this up. You can do your own research and see that the CIA and other agencies classified paperwork on this mind control project. And there were many secret projects under MK Ultra, such as Project Bluebird and Project Artichoke. as well as Project Monarch, to name a few. So these projects deal with multiple personality disorder. Triggers cause the slave personality to arise, kind of like a Jekyll and Hyde. And this is one of the reasons why they call it the Monarch Project, because a monarch butterfly drastically changes its appearance, which is known as a metamorphosis. And I'm sure most everyone has a basic understanding of the mind control of the butterfly effect. But I'm going to focus on the mind control of Project Monarch. So the etymology of the word monarch has the same etymological root as that of monarchy or the moon arc. Thus, the very word mind also comes from the min or the moon. This is why we have the word mental. Thus, the moon makes us go crazy, and it gives us our thoughts, which comes from the moon god Thoth. This is exactly why we have a lunatic, which comes from the moon Luna. See, monarchs are called monarchs because they gather during the full moon and mate. This is why there's books called The Moon of the Monarch Butterflies, as well as the Blue Moon events, which involve the monarch butterflies. So check this out. I'm going to show you just how deep the rabbit hole goes. I was doing some research on the monarch butterflies, which I knew a lot about, but I wanted to find out some more. So I went to the site called the Urban Wilderness, and you'll notice that they gather on their meetings on September 11th. You see the declassified paperwork by the CIA on MK Ultra mind control states the date of September 11th. I'm going to go into more detail about September 11th and the mind control a little later in this video, but for now, let's get back to the Illuminati mind control of Project Monarch. You see, there's a Batman video game called Arkham City, and if you don't know, Arkham City was released on November 22nd, 2011, the hidden 9/11, and September 7th, 2012, the hidden 77, which are the same numerology you'll find on the September 11th attacks. And besides the hidden numerology of 9/11 or September 11th, you have Arkham City. Ark means the moon arc, and Ham is a reference to the place or the city, the dwelling place. Which brings us to the dwelling place in Arkham City of the Joker. And the Joker's dwelling place is none other than a movie theater. You see, this is where he battles Batman. And the dwelling place of the Joker, the movie theater, is called none other than the mind control of the Monarch Theater. And for those who have not watched my past videos, the very word James actually means the word Jack. It means the jester, the joker. You see, he is the evil jester or the fool, the trickster, the two-faced liar. This is exactly why Jacob or Jacob in the Bible is the one who tricked and fooled and stole the crown. He jacked the crown. So a jack is one who rips off something, which is why you get carjacked or hijacked. So yes, James is the jack, or the two-faced liar, the trickster, the actor, the one who plays the role of the jester, the joker. So let's get back to the Monarch Theater, or the home of the evil jester Joker. You see, the Monarch mind control of the Monarch Theater is the very place that Bruce Wayne's parents were actually murdered. So Batman, the Dark Knight, has a long history with the Monarch mind control movie theater.